wanted to talk to you about, that's just not going to work. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about my top 5 plants of the fall. My favorites anyway. Since I won't be buying anything else over the course of fall and winter that I know of, I'm not going to say no because there will be that one that I find, possibly. But I wanted to go over my top 5 favorites of the fall. So let's get into it. Okay, so here we are. I have my 5 favorite plants of fall. I didn't necessarily get them in the fall, which is fine. It's just the ones that I've been paying the most attention to right now, that I guess are, there's actually more than 5 that are bringing me so much more joy. I've actually found that quite a few of the plants that were thriving at one point are not so much now. So maybe it's that, it's not like they're neglected, but maybe they kind of are a little bit. Or maybe I just don't pay as much attention to them as I should. Don't mind the mess anywhere behind me. This room is constantly a construction zone because I do 2 different things in here. 3, actually. So, where do I begin? I'm going to start with this one. Okay. So this little guy here is my Hoya Carnosa Silver Speck. That's what it was sold to me as by a Facebook seller. And this little guy's just been amazing. When I got it, it was an unrooted cutting. And after I rooted it, I put it in, do I have one here? Anyway, I put it in a kind of a tall, slender, like 2-inch pot, but it was tall. And it just kept toppling over because just the front of it was so heavy. But the newest leaves, I mean, this entire branch here, you can see underneath there, that entire branch grew in my care, which amazes me because for the longest time I didn't have Hoyas. When I was first introduced to them, I've said this before, they were called wax plants and I kind of wasn't really interested. And then I started looking at all the different kinds of flowers that they had and the different kinds. I didn't even realize there were so many different kinds of Hoyas. That's a whole nother bus. If you've got Hoyas and I don't even think there's anybody that likes Hoyas. They just love them. They're just so easy. I had trouble, and I still have trouble with the Crimson Princess. I have no idea why. I have 2 of them, and they hate me. They're still alive, but they hate me. So anyway, this is my Carnosa Silver Speck. The size of that leaf. Okay, so there's that one. I'm just gonna put you up here. Okay, number two. Ooh. This guy here is my Philodendron Bipenifolium. I think it's also called a horsehead plant. I think so. So this, as well, I got from a Facebook seller. And when it came to me, it had just grown funny. It was shaped funny. So I cut it in half. I ended up with a wet stick, which was this part here, which has grown a leaf. I don't know if it's going to continue to grow a leaf because if you look at it, it's gotten seriously dry and there's only like a tiny bit of green left on it. And since this leaf has popped out, I have seen nothing else happen. But I've had this, how long have I had this? February or March, I think. And just recently, this little leaf popped out. And yes, it is a very, very immature little leaf, but I don't know if you can see in there, but you can see that it's getting ready to pop out another leaf, which seriously makes me happy. So I can't wait to see what happens when this one gets larger. It's another one I don't pay any attention to. I will actually forget to water it. It's been very tolerant of missed waterings. I love it. Okay. Next. Okay, so these ones are coming twos because I bought them both the same day, and I was extremely happy because I found them in Home Depot. You don't find very many, you know, uncommon, to me anyway, plants in Home Depot. So this was a huge thing. And I know that all of that is changing now between Walmart and Home Depot. And before I even get to these, I just have one thing to say about that. I don't think I will ever buy another plant from Walmart. Every plant that I have bought from Walmart has died, root rot. I can't escape it with plants from Walmart. And Walmart and Home Depot will go to the same growers for their plants. But yet, if I get a plant from Home Depot, it survives. But if I turn around and buy the same plant from Walmart, it dies. And I don't understand. That being said, these two I got from Home Depot just recently. I had to buy two because I was so shocked that they were there in the first place. So, maybe you can help a girl out here. This, I would like to say, is just a Florida green. Just a Florida. It's got the burgundy petioles. Got a new leaf coming out here. So I do have a question though, because sometimes online I'll see that, like, I don't even know how to say this. Okay. So a couple of months ago, I went to a Facebook seller that was in my town, and I bought a Philodendron Bipenifolium. That's what it was sold to me as. And actually, it's just back here. But when I went to look up this particular plant, because I wasn't sure, you know, which one it was, some people were saying that it was a Bipenifolium, and some people were saying it was a Florida green. But when I look online, a Bipenifolium crossed with a Squamiferum makes a Florida green, if that's what this is. I'm told it's a Florida green because it's got the burgundy petioles, like the Squamiferum, but it's just not as hairy. So with that being said, when I look at my Bipenifolium, here, let's just get it. If I can reach. Reach. Come here. Oh, okay. Forgive him being a little droopy. Needs to be watered. Okay, so this is my Philodendron Bipenifolium that was sold to me as a Bipenifolium. But also, I mean, the stems look lightly burgundy, kind of more pinky right now. But yeah, this was sold to me as a Bipenifolium. I'm told that these ones are Florida greens, which would be a Bipenifolium crossed with a Squamiferum. I mean, they don't seem to have, I don't know. I don't know. Is it possible that I have three? Which seems to be a theme running with a lot of my plants are in threes now. At least twos. So, there's that one. Oh, okay. Turn. Okay, so this is the second one that I got. I mean, they were like $10. It's like $9.97. So then there's this one, which looks more mature than this one. And I don't care, I love them. I love philodendrons so much. I do have to put this one in another pot with a better mix. I just don't have the right size. I'm gonna have to go get one, but I mean, look at these two. This one actually had a more mature leaf that kind of broke. I was trying so hard not to break it when I got it home, but it broke. There's nothing I can do about it. That's what happens when you put your plants you get from a store like that in a plastic bag. I digress. But these guys, I mean, they haven't even done anything for me yet. And I can just look at them all day. I'll travel between rooms just looking at them. Making sure they're okay, giving them love, whispering sweet nothings. It's what I do. Okay. What are we at? That was number 1, 2, 3. Number 4. Okay, this one is interesting because I'd never seen or heard of it before. And I wasn't even gonna buy it, but I was with a friend and she was like, nope, you're getting it. I had even said to her, I'm like, I picked it up and I put it back. And she asked me why, and I said, well, I don't know what it is. And she pretty much said, well, that's why you need it, which is okay, because that is pretty much why I need it. So this is, I mean, it's labeled a Bloody Mary, but when I look it up, it's also called a Bloodleaf Plant. And I can put the botanical name on the screen because I can't remember what it is. Ursine? Earsine. I think that typically they're grown outdoors, but I mean, look at the pattern on those leaves. Like, I mean, it's an amazing little thing. And this one too has not actually done anything for me yet, but it is so stinking cute. So cute. Just the purple and the pink and oh. And I mean, even the backs, like just the veining on the backs of the leaves is like crazy. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah. Yeah, she is amazing. I do have to research her care requirements a little bit. I've had it, how long have I had it? Just over a month now, I think. And I mean, so far so good. It's just, it's still alive. We have a little bit of drying. I mean, it also needs to be watered. I've been a neglectful plant mom in certain areas of the home. But yeah, that is my Bloodleaf plant, aka another Bloody Mary, because I have a Philodendron Bloody Mary too. Okay, so this one I've had issues with, but you know, I'm super happy about this girl right now. We've had problems, many problems. I've had it almost a year. Let's talk about this. This is my Thai Constellation. As you can see, she has 3 leaves. Now, when I got this plant, it came with 3 leaves. And at the time, it was probably the most expensive plant that I owned. When I got this plant, it had 3 leaves. When I opened the box, one of the leaves, the newest leaf, was broken. Right at the joining of the petiole to the leaf. So that sucked. I cut it off. Waited for it to acclimate, do all that stuff, and then shot out another leaf. Now, if you know anything about my Thripscape 2020 debacle, this leaf which had large chunks of cream. It was just beautiful. Got eaten by thrips because it had so much cream and the larva is the same color. I didn't notice that that's what was going on until I saw the damage, and by then it was too late. So she got treated, and wait some more, because what I'm finding about Thai constellations is that they are not the fastest growers. I'm okay with that. I'm patient. Doesn't really matter to me. I just didn't want it to die because at the time, like I said, it was the most expensive plant in my collection. It no longer is, but it was. And I actually got this plant with the 3 leaves, and that leaf that it came with was larger. It was actually bigger than this one. It was like $95 for that. Anyway, didn't want it to die. That was my biggest issue. Please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. Put it in terracotta because I heard horror stories about root rot. Just spent so much time babying, yet trying to ignore this plant because I didn't want to crowd it, you know. I just wanted it to give it its time to do her own thing. So, just recently, finally got leaf number 3. And I'm hoping that for leaf number 3, 3rd time's the charm. So I actually do hover over her now because I want to make sure. I haven't had any thrip issues, but I do know that they like to stay dormant for a bit, so I'm constantly on them anyway. Wiping down their leaves and their petioles and everything. So she right now has made me so unbelievably happy with this gorgeous little leaf. I can't wait for it to grow and, you know, get fenestrations. But since we're in fall and it's probably going to take, it's going to be a while because she's probably going to go to sleep. I don't do the grow light thing, so I do kind of like my plants to have that rest period. And then when they come back in the spring, they're, you know, ready to grow. But I love her so much. She's like the very first expensive plant I ever bought. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I discuss my top 5 plants of the fall. There will be a haul coming up for some of the plants that I did receive or pick up over the course of the fall, but fall is not over yet. So, still have about a month, see what I can come up with. Besides that, I've got a lineup of videos for you, so I'm hoping that I'm not too delayed, because I think this one is like 2 weeks after my last one. Trying to pick it up, so there will actually be quite a bit of filming going on today to try and make sure that happens. But I hope you are all safe and well. Please hit that like button and consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!